just started the stream by accidentally hitting the table. Oops. Alright, are we officially live? Yeah, we are live. We'll just wait for more people to show up, and I'll quickly bring this in. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the toilet, and I'll be right back. Alright.
I didn't go anywhere. I'm just going to go take a pee pee.
Okay. We are back alive. Alright, I'm gonna quickly put this thing here just to check Twitter. I'm just gonna also stream the thing to change it to like yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, if you've seen it, it should say also playing TF2. Just checking my other socials, seeing if they are there, whatnot, blah blah blah. Okay, so sorry, this I am like 2 weeks late to this. I should have done this, but I forgot, and I was also somewhat busy, and I was also sick at the time. So I apologize if I didn't go in depth with this Nintendo Direct previously. But if you want to have, I'm just going to throw out a spoiler. I thought that this direct was overall a B direct. It wasn't outright terrible, but it did have some moments where it was a little boring, but it also had some nuggets of greatness in it. And for the Detective Pikachu part, I am going to mute it. It's because I don't want to get claimed. I don't want to get claimed by copyright. All right, so we're gonna be talking about the different announcements that was in this direct itself. Thank God Nintendo included this chapters feature so we can see which ones like the each announcement in the direct. All right, so the first thing oh jeepers, that is loud. I am turning that down. I apologize. Splatoon 3 expansion pass side order DLC. So I'm just gonna make this clear. I have not played Splatoon 3. I've only played 2. I did not play 1. I only played 2 because does it look like I would own a Wii U? Honestly, yes. It looks like I would own a Wii U, but my parents disagreed, so I never got a Wii U. Therefore, I never played Splatoon 1, even though I actually wanted to give it a try because it looked interesting at the time. So Splatoon 3 expansion pass. This seems like it's a bit of a continuation of the Octo expansion from Splatoon 2's DLC. Except I think it looks much more interesting, even though its style is somewhat modified. And also, you see that robot thing, that flying robot? That's Pearl. You're welcome. And honestly, it definitely does look pretty good. I would probably argue that it looks a bit more interesting than. I would actually no, I'm not going to argue that. That's a bad take. Splatoon 3 already is a good-looking game. It's just that the main criticism that I saw about it was how the online play was handled, which many people argue is the worst part of Splatoon 3. Because Splatoon is always known for its online multiplayer. So having it be bad, it's not a good look. But hey, I play Splatoon 2. I still enjoyed the online multiplayer, even if it's considered doo-doo. So alright, so we'll just skip over this.
Single player.
But overall, the expansion, the side order DLC looks interesting. And even though I'm not gonna get it, and for people who are looking forward to it got delayed to spring. US time. I'm not in America. I live in Australia. So American spring got delayed. I mean, it's probably for the best. Alright, let's look at the other announcements. It's Donkey Kong. Alright, let's talk about this. Thank God it's not like another carbon copy of Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2. So essentially, this is a full-blown remake of the original Game Boy Advance Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which was the predecessor to Donkey Kong 94 for the Game Boy, which was basically an evolution of the original Donkey Kong arcade game. And Donkey Kong 94 is a really fun puzzle platformer. I have not played the GBA game, but I heard it was good.
Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Advance system.
Right. One thing I do like about this is the cutscenes. Like look at them. It
Kong
looks
has
so well
stolen all the
animated.
mini Mario toys from the factory.
Oh, Donkey Kong, that son of a bitch! He stole the Mario toys. What a naughty monkey! He's so naughty. He stole the Mario toys.
And it's up to Mario to track him down.
I just really like the cutscenes. They are just so unbelievably well animated. It's just one of my favorite. It's ironically one of my favorite parts about one Nintendo stuff is how they make animated cutscenes. Like they're just so damn good in my opinion. Except when they're not.
In each stage, contraptions and other challenges.
And honestly, this remake looks pretty damn good. I like how it looks.
Await. Observation, but he can't. His tail looks a little.
So essentially, this is a remake of a Game Boy Advance title. But hey, that's fine. Besides, I would much prefer a remake of an older title that went back to the series' roots rather than a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game that was basically just the same thing that we got 4 times in a row. Yeah. Alright. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Guide Saga.
This is honestly one of the better looking Ubisoft games that Ubisoft has put out. Because it looks like a bit of a platforming game that's sort of reminds me of Celeste in a way, but I played Celeste. Celeste is a really good game. I really like it. And I'm all for having more platformers kind of like that.
Tapping into the
But so essentially this game kind of focuses on trial and error platforming. But I like that style of gameplay, at least in my opinion. It encourages you to just learn the layout and get good. Just, if you want my advice on how to get better at trial and error platforming, just don't die.
Of the Prince of Persia series, this game features 2D, side-scrolling action-adventure gameplay.
It also has some stuff that's unique to it. But honestly, I think this might be one of the better games that Ubisoft has released in the modern era. It looks pretty good and pretty fun as well. I'm a bit of a sucker for 2D platformers, so maybe this might be a game up my alley. Who knows? Alright.
For true
Horizon Chase 2.
Horizon Chase 2.
I've never heard of Horizon Chase, but this game looks fine. Doesn't look amazing. It looks fine.
Warm up for musical mayhem.
Super Crazy Rhythm Castle.
Adventure.
I like me some rhythm games. I mean, come on, I've played a bunch of Friday Night Funkin' shit, but this looks very generic. I feel like the only reason people will probably play it is because of the Konami songs.
Time your buddy.
Which I'm just gonna say for the record, the Konami definitely does have some iconic beats from back in the day. Not nowadays because Konami barely does shit anymore.
Thrilling track up to 4 fine play. Orders begin.
So it's a fine enough looking game. It's not crazy. Spy-X Anya Operation Memories. I'm sure plenty of anime people know about Spy X Family. I heard it was a really good anime. I have not watched it. Maybe I might. Who knows? But this definitely does look like an appropriate adaptation of the anime for a video game. So maybe it might be good. Who knows? But I'm not a person who was an active fan of Spy X Family, so I can't really say for certain. I can't speak for the fans of the series. So, all right, Super Mario RPG. I touched on this on the previous Nintendo Direct, not the Mario Wonder Direct, but this is a really damn great looking remake, and I'm excited to check it out and see what they do with it. Because Super Mario RPG is one of the best Nintendo RPGs ever made. I mean, technically it wasn't made by Nintendo, Square made it back in the day, but this is being co-handled by Square. I'm just excited to see how they just
New action commands to increase damage dealt or decrease damage received. When you time your attacks perfectly, you can now damage all.
Oh, that change of timing your attacks perfectly and damaging enemies around you definitely looks like it will add a huge layer of strategy to battles now. Oh, it's
all enemies at once.
It's like, holy shit, splash damage. Like, if anybody's whoever played a first-person shooter like Doom or Quake or anything with a rocket launcher or any kind of explosive weapon, will probably know that splash damage exists. So if you time your attacks perfectly here in Mario RPG, think of it like splash damage. It's probably a good way to think of it. I think it's a good layer of strategy. Like, you've got to time it well. Like, in order to properly damage enemies well in the original version, you basically just had to hit the button at the right time. So I think this might add a good layer of strategy to battles as well, while also keeping the experience fresh for both returning players and new players.
Every successful action command will fill this gauge. When it's full, you can unleash the 3-character triple move.
Oh, the 3-character triple move. I think this actually is a pretty cool addition. Plus,
depending on your current partner,
look at these
the move will change.
Stains.
So experiment
they look
with
great.
combos.
They're well animated to me. I like how they look.
During your adventure,
holy guys, look, it's Booster. You guys remember Booster? It's like the guy who tries to marry Princess Peach and accidentally kisses Mario with Bowser. It's the best poly relationship ever in a video game.
You'll encounter bosses.
You can also, they also include the addition of being able to fight bosses again, but they'll be much harder, which I think is a great way to freshen things up, in my opinion.
But these powered-up bosses aren't gonna be easy.
9,999 damage. Jesus Christ, Booster. I love the remix of Beware the Forest Mushrooms. That's one of my favorite songs from Mario RPG. I'm sure many people can agree. And also, this little scene, anybody who's played Mario RPG knows about the Final Fantasy boss in this game. So this is implying that that's also getting a facelift. And also, I saw from online that if for whatever reason you don't like the new remixed songs in this game, you can swap between the original versions if you so want to. I mean, it's not a crazy it's not too crazy, but it's nice to have an option if for whatever reason you don't like the new remixes. Overall, I would probably consider this is how you do a remake. At least in my opinion. Like, in terms of Mario RPG's core gameplay, nothing really needed to be too overly fixed. Just a couple of quality of life improvements, and also making the game look better to appeal to newer audiences, as well as keeping it fresh for people who are familiar with the original. Like, I'd say this is probably going to be the definitive way to play the Mario RPG, but I also would understand if people would probably prefer to play the original. I mean, that's really fine. At least to me. Ugh. And something fell in my pocket. Okay, the code recollection. Anybody who grew up from the DS and Wii era would probably know what these games are.
On the Nintendo Switch system receives a letter from the
So essentially, this recollection. Nevercode Recollection is a collection of the first two games in the series, with the first game from the DS and the second from the Wii, but only in Japan. Like, it never came over to the States. I think it did come up in Europe. Hold on. Nevercode A Journey to Lost Memory. Was this... Oh, yeah. Oh, released in Japan and Europe. Right. So, it did release in Europe, but not in the States. So, it just never came out in the US. Bit of a shame that some people never got to experience the game, but hey, this might help more people experience the second game in the series. Besides, I think I have not played the games, but the main character definitely does seem like she has a very interesting story behind her. So who knows? Anybody who is a fan of Nevercode, please let me know how the general story goes. I have not played the DS or Wii entry, so I can't really comment too much, but hey, if this is interesting to you, give it a shot. Alright. Princess Peach Showtime. This was that Princess Peach game that was revealed from the previous Direct, alongside with Mario RPG and Luigi's Mansion's Dark Moon's remake. Essentially, this is Peach getting her own game. She finally got her game, a brand new game after like 18 years. I mean, is that how long? Or 16 years or 15? Hold on, when was the release date of this page? It was released in 2005. Jesus Christ, huh? That was the year I was born. It's been 18 years since she got her last game, so here it is, Princess Peach Showtime. She finally got her game. It takes place in this theater, but the main villain is this thing.
Wicked Grape and the Sour Bunch suddenly made their grand entrance.
And she goes on an adventure to these different theater locations, and solving like puzzles and running around and defeating enemies. But
so let's do.
But this is the interesting part about this game. The little transformations that was hinted from when this game was first revealed.
Whoa! Peach transformed into Sword Fighter Peach.
I'll be honest, I really do like the transformations for Peach in this game. She can, I mean, the Sword Fighter aesthetic for her, it's really well really suits her in my opinion.
End off the Sour Bunch with sensational swordplay.
Like, I just really like that attire.
Peach, there are more museum down. Who?
She also can be a detective, Sherlock Holmes style. Like she's solving a mystery, like Scooby-Doo. And she can also be a baker. So that's what the cake looked like. And she can also be a martial artist. She can also do martial arts. Watch out, she's going to... Watch out, she's gonna kick your ass. Nah, Tyre. Honestly, I do like, the... how this, game presents itself. And I also do like, the mechanic of... the gimmick of, changing different attires to change up gameplay. I think it's interesting, in my opinion. It's coming out in March, so if you want to play a game with Princess Peach in it, with a sword fire, then this is the game for you.
A new saga begins. Stories awaits.
Alright, Saga Emerald Beyond. This is an entry in a series I don't know too much about, but whatever. Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered.
The legendary Raider game.
I'm pretty sure many people know about Tomb Raider and essentially what the game's about, and the fact that Lara Croft was considered a sex symbol in the 90s at the time. So essentially, each of the games are remastered fully. Instead of getting triangle titties, you can have titties. But hey, I definitely do like look at them because I definitely do like the new look of the remasters, honestly, because even though the original Tomb Raider games are classics, they have not aged well. I'm just gonna throw that out there, the early era of 3D gaming has not aged super well. Even though people like to look back on it and say, yeah, this was good, visually they have not aged well. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, even if the games are so fun, they just aren't really, they haven't aged well. Just saying that. Not bad, just haven't aged well, okay? Just making that clear. So, I'd say that, I'd say from the games themselves, I don't think they didn't need to change too much, just only the visuals and probably some quality of life improvements to make the controls feel better than the original. I have not played the originals, but I have seen what they look like. They definitely are very primitive nowadays. So yeah, these remastered versions definitely might make the games better. Besides, one thing that's about
between the original.
Besides, if for whatever reason you don't like the look of the remasters, you can just swap back to the old look. If you're just too much of a bitch and just says, yeah, primitive looks better. Yeah, you know, the caveman times were so much better. Screw the Victorian times. It's all about caveman times. But hey, it's nice to have options, you know.
Little polygon look and the upgraded visuals.
Oh my god.
You can also toggle between the original polygon look and the up.
Oh my god. Okay, I will just say right here, nobody who would look at this nowadays and say, delicious. Because no, but I don't think anybody would look at that and say that. Unless they are just weird.
Graded visuals at any time.
So, honestly, this just looks much better, in my opinion. It looks much more in line with the original Tomb Raider box art. What does Tomb Raider box art look like? Tomb Raider Classic, box art. Yeah, they look pretty similar. It looks much more closer to the box art. So overall, yeah, I'd say that if you want to get into the Tomb Raider games, but you just can't find a PlayStation on sale, then maybe give this collection a shot. Who knows? I am muting this because I don't want to get claimed. Detective Pikachu returns. a sequel to the Detective Pikachu game from 3DS, not the Detective Pikachu movie starring Ryan Reynolds. Nope, the game. And it's definitely Detective Pikachu. Except with some added stuff where you can do you can team up with fellow Pokemon. I can't really comment too much because I haven't played the original Detective Pikachu, but if you like Detective Pikachu, then give this game a shot, whatever. But from the looks of it, it definitely does look like a 3DS game that they just put in HD, if I'm being honest. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look next gen like every other game. I mean, maybe if it helps the game run better, which anybody who's been a Pokemon fan during the Switch era will definitely 100% know that Game Freak has not been doing well at trying to optimize their games. They have not been optimizing them well at all. Like, anybody who's a Pokemon fan will probably definitely know what I'm talking about. So I'll spare you the trouble. But let's get into something that is okay looking to something funny. Trombone
This game's a real toot. Raise your brass for the quirky rhythm game, Trombone Champ. Play the notes in time with the music as best you can. But how you play that horn is up to you.
It looks so stupid. I mean, it's hilarious. It's just so funny. I'd say the only thing I could probably criticize it is the fact that the songs are just public domain songs, but whatever. It's still funny to me. One thing that is interesting is that you can use gyro controls to control how you play the song, or even use the IR camera. Like, the IR camera on the Switch is very underutilized in the library. I mean, there are a couple games that use it pretty well, but overall, there's not too many games in the Switch library that uses the IR camera. So, this game might use it very well. I mean, it is already out, so who knows? Alright, now let's look at some games that I probably don't care about. Battle Crush!
10 teams of 3 will duke it out for survival in this online battle royale brawler.
This game looks like Pokemon Unite or League of Legends. I do not like League of Legends, so I'm not going to play this. Alright, that's not the reason. I'm probably just not going to play this regardless.
Your mercenaries to fame and fortune in this open-world tactical RPG. Take up
this looks like a point-and-click game.
Various contracts, from protecting townsfolk from thieves.
Guys, look, guys, look. Look. It's a farming simulator. Sorry, I had to.
Journey together across this vast
world. It definitely looks like a typical war story game. If that's up your alley, then whatever.
Run and gun in this
Holy shit, Contra. Alright, let me just state the elephant in the room. Contra Rogue Core was a bad game. So will Konami redeem themselves with Contra Operation Gulaga? This is a game that was actually made by WayForward. Yeah, WayForward is one of the best, is a good developer, in my opinion.
Of the beloved stages
though from the looks of it, it looks looks kind of cheapish to me. But hey, at least it's 2D again, which I'll give this game credit. It at least drops the top-down formula from Rogue Core and just went back to the franchise's roots, which was 2D. And everybody knows that Contra is well known for its 2D action run-gun gameplay.
Devastating arsenal of weapons to crush the Red Falcon forces. Spring
but hey, this doesn't look too bad. I mean, I did say it looked cheapish, but I mean, there was a game in the Double Dragon series. Hold on, Double Dragon series. Which version? Which one in particular am I talking about? Double Dragon Neon. Anybody who's a fan of Double Dragon, the Double Dragon games, will probably know what I'm talking about. Double Dragon Neon, was a mixed game at the time. And the style of this game kind of reminds me of that, but who knows, maybe, in terms of gameplay, it might actually be good. Who knows? But, at least it's, a 2D game, unlike, Rogue Core, which was a bad game. Because Konami fucked up.
Liberate your
a game called Unicorn Overlord.
Lineage. Legends speak.
It's a strategy game.
Now, the path before us is laid bare.
And the way it's set up is kind of a little similar to the older style of Fire Emblem in a way. But hey, maybe this game is obviously not meant to be for me, but maybe it might be for you. Who knows?
And all other new and glorious.
Okay, blah blah blah.
Unicorn.
But hey, it's a game that's created by Atlus. Atlus is a good developer of anime-esque games. I mean, one of my favorite Atlus titles is Persona 5. Probably because it's the one Atlus game I've played. But hey, Atlus makes some pretty great shit. They're one of Sega's best subsidiaries. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Alright, I remember speaking to Luigi Pie about this, and he was excited as all hell because he loves Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I've been vocal about this. I've kind of considered Luigi's Mansion 2 to kind of be a more forgettable title, but maybe that's because of the fact that it was on the 3DS, and it was probably harder to appreciate on the 3DS. But you know, maybe this game might reinspark interest in the second game, and who knows, maybe we were wrong about Luigi's Mansion 2. Maybe it's actually a way better game than 1 or 3. Who knows? Like, maybe Luigi's Mansion 2 was a completely misunderstood game. And also, it's a game that has Luigi in it. And I like Luigi. I dressed up as Luigi for my birthday. And Luigi is the GOAT because, come on, it's Luigi. He's super based. And from the game, the game itself looks much better than the 3DS original.
Without this dark areas.
And besides, it could actually give people more options. If for whatever reason you don't like 3, now you have 2. I mean, if you prefer 2 over 3, then hey, you finally have both games on Switch. Now, 1, you have to buy a 3DS. I don't know why they remade 1 for the 3DS. Like, I feel like it would have made more sense to remake 1 for the Switch. I mean, I get at the time they probably wanted to focus on newer experiences rather than older ones. But come on, why not put it on Switch? But overall, this definitely looks really great. Man, I think that the only thing they could really do was just upgrade the visuals. I don't think in terms of its gameplay it needed to be fixed. Right, the Nintendo Museum.
No gallery.
I have not been to Japan or Kyoto, but they are making a full Nintendo museum to show off the history of this company, which honestly I think is really great. I think Nintendo's history should be shared across the world. I think more people should learn about the company's history. Because to me, Nintendo is one of the most interesting players in the video game industry. And I think that their history should be shared more. Even if they've had big ups and big downs, I think they should at least share their history with the world. Like we could have something as amazing as the Nintendo Entertainment System to a big blunder like the Virtual Boy. They'll probably put the Virtual Boy in like the bed or something. I mean, to be fair, the Virtual Boy was a flop and a piece of shit anyway, so... Right. Look at upcoming amiibo.
Releasing.
Alright, the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom amiibo figures. I really do like the amiibo figures, especially the Ganondorf one, like... yeah. Peak male performance right there. That is peak male performance. I don't care what anybody says. That's peak male performance. And also, some amiibo for Xenoblade 3. I have not played Xenoblade 3, so I can't comment.
19th.
And finally.
To announce.
And finally. Oh my God! Final Fantasy 3. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is basically like the final announcement for Smash Ultimate. Like, let me just say for the record, okay, this is my personal copy of Smash Ultimate. I've had this game kind of ever since it launched, kind of. Like, I got it shortly after Christmas because I just really wanted this game. And I'm just gonna say for the record, Smash Ultimate is a really fun time. I absolutely still love it, and I always look back upon Smash Ultimate's history with a lot of fondness. Especially with all the DLC characters. Like, even if I didn't care too much about certain DLC characters, I oddly feel attached to them. Like, it just makes me feel like it's special to be in Smash Brothers. And they basically the only thing that they needed to finish up was the amiibo card line. No, not the card line, the amiibos themselves. And the final one is none other than the final fighter, Sora. It's still wild to me that Sora is in Smash Brothers. Like, the amount of legal requirements that they had to go through was probably a huge pain in the ass, but I am grateful that Disney basically said, you know what, sure. I mean, sure, there was probably a way more legal shenanigans that was required to get to Sora in, but overall, I think that Sora was just the perfect way to end Smash Ultimate. And his amiibo is the perfect way to just end the amiibo card line. No, not the card line, the figures!
On the way.
Alright. So, we officially have the every single amiibo figure. Every amiibo is officially out. That means everybody is finally here. Definitely, it's probably satisfied amiibo collectors everywhere. Like, this is a crazy photo, honestly. So we've gone from Smash 4 from 2015 to 2023 with Sora. Everybody is finally here. Like, it's just so wild to me that all these amiibo exist, honestly. Right, this is so the Zora amiibo is coming in 2024. Alright, enough about Smash Brothers. We'll wait for the next Smash game with the next Nintendo console. Then we can get back on the Smash Bros. Hype train. For now, I think it's time to look at something that people got excited, then got a little upset, but then realized this was actually good. Yes!
Return.
No! I'm kidding. F-Zero 99. Alright, obligatory Nintendo fan joke. Nintendo, where new F-Zero? And Nintendo says, fine, here F-Zero. You probably won't like it. Alright, F-Zero 99, a game for Nintendo Switch Online members. I definitely do think that this was probably at least the smartest way to bring back to re-engage interest in F-Zero. And I have played F-Zero 99. And I may be a little stinky at F-Zero, but if I'm being honest, this is honestly a fun game. Like, honestly, some people did say, why couldn't you have this Mario Kart? Why would you play Mario Kart with up to 99 players? That would be mayhem. And besides, honey, have you played Mario Kart, you idiot? You know that it would be way too hectic. It would just be a nightmare, especially with different items flying around. That would just be a nightmare. So, and F-Zero doesn't have any items, so I'd say that the way they did it was definitely smart.
59 players? Yeah.
Like, it may not be a true return, but this may help boost F-Zero, bring F-Zero back to the limelight, because remember, F-Zero hasn't had a game since the GameCube, which was F-Zero GX, which many people consider to be the best F-Zero game. But many people have wanted a new F-Zero for a long time. And Nintendo's initial response to it was that we'd like to make a new F-Zero, but we don't have any good ideas. Nintendo, that good idea is a new F-Zero. So just make a new F-Zero, and they said, okay, well, kinda making a new F-Zero. It may not be exactly what people wanted, but I've played it, and it's a lot of fun, and tons of other people play it. So, it's at least good enough. It might help Nintendo realize, oh, people actually give a shit about F-Zero. Like, I would actually like to see more Nintendo franchises that are currently in like the vault to at least be released and kind of have a new entry to at least re-engage interest in the franchise. So F-Zero 99 may have kind of pissed off some people, but that people realize this game's actually fun. So it's kind of like a game that's it's kind of like how do I describe this? Like a piece of food that smells absolutely disgusting, but when you eat it, it tastes delicious. That's how I can probably describe F-Zero 99. Like, people didn't like how it was announced, but people then realized it's actually fun. So, yeah. F-Zero 99, probably didn't make people upset, but then people realized it was actually a good time. In fact, I actually play a good amount of it. I'm also wanting to at least play more of it later, so... Right, Bandle Tale. What the fuck is a Bandle Tale, and how long have I been streaming? 50 minutes. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Handle Tale,
by small fuzzy beings.
This was like one of those sim games, so I could probably give less some crap. Song of Nunu. It's a League of Legends story. Skip. No, I'm kidding. This game looks fine, but I'm not gonna play it because I don't like League of Legends. Alright.
Let's move
WarioWare Move It. I'm just gonna say, but I'm just gonna geek out a bit. WarioWare is a ton of fun. I love WarioWare. And essentially, from the previous directs, this was essentially a sequel to Smooth Moves. Like, WarioWare Get It Together was a fun enough game, but was a good WarioWare game, but many people wanted something that felt truly innovative, or at least something that fit more for the Switch. So they said, here you go, a sequel to Smooth Moves, which many people consider to be one of the best WarioWare games.
Your body moving.
And besides, the way that they do it,
Tropical Resort contains tons of micro games that'll get your body
moving. The way they
moving.
do it is just funny. Like, being forced to just do different poses and act out for the micro games is just hilarious. Besides, right, different forms. Like, you can be a chicken, or hold the Joy-Con like this, or use the IR camera, or scrub your back, or look like you're doing the death dump. Yes, I'm referencing regular show.
Perform the correct action as quick as you can.
This one's clever.
Hand model.
I also just like that there's actually microgames that actually use the IR camera. Like, I wish that this would be in a WarioWare. Actually, hit the mic. I wish this would be in a WarioWare game, and I'm glad it's finally being used in a WarioWare game because I feel like that just would have been a perfect thing to include.
The micro games will come one after another, so look alive. Plus, reach the score in
I also do like the fact that there's also multiplayer. Like, WarioWare is one of the harder games to get for multiplayer, but who cares? It's pretty fun to play in multiplayer.
Last one, posing. Modes aplenty.
I like the Mario Bros. 3 one.
With over 200 lightning-fast micro games and multiplayer modes aplenty.
This one is slight misinformation. Like, Mario doesn't go up when he's wagging his tail in Mario 3. He slowly glides down. Misinformation.
Everyone's in for a wacky time. WarioWare Move It launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 3rd.
I might get this game because I absolutely love WarioWare, so who knows. Alright, Yurinden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Did I say that right? Because it's a strategy game. I could probably care less about it, but if you're interested, whatever.
Participated in some Octopia.
Alright, Eastward Octopia DLC. I have not played Eastward, but if you are interested, then give this game a try, I guess. Wargroove 2. Wargroove 2 is essentially a game that's in the style of classic Fire Emblem. So if you're a fan of that style of gameplay, of classic Fire Emblem, give this game a shot, I guess. Okay, Dave the Diver. This game honestly looks not that bad. I'm a bit of a fan of the retro style. But hey, this might be a good game.
Launches first for console to Nintendo eShop
later
today.
Now for the shit that people care about. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass. The final wave. I'm just gonna say I absolutely just like a lot of the waves that they've done. And there's only one track that they did reveal here.
The final wave
which,
is racing in.
Oh,
here's a sneak peek at what...
Alright, here it is. Daisy Circuit. You know, the track that implies Luigi and Daisy are dating. I find it fun. I like the Luigi and Daisy ship online. I think they are a odd couple, but I like it. Yeah, I'm that guy.
See.
But that isn't the only thing that was revealed in this.
Also being added in Wave 6.
Hey yo, it's our boy Diddy Kong. Like, we haven't seen Diddy Kong since Mario Kart Wii, so it's great to finally see him. When I saw this, I was screaming internally. Funky Kong is back. I called it. I said, he's gonna be in the game. He's gonna come back. And I called it. I fucking called it. It's like, he's finally back. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, if you do not like Funky Kong, then I'm going to slap you in the face and say you are wrong for not liking Funky Kong. Alright, Right, Pauline is included, which is a great new addition. Like, I really do like that Pauline is being included in more Mario titles. Like, I think Mario Odyssey definitely did justice to boost her popularity as a character, but it's great that she's finally being in Mario Kart. And Peachette. Okay, let's move on. Holy shit! Bongos! Oh my gosh. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Alright, I actually have played quite a bit of Among Us this year. I haven't gone truly back into it, but I really do think that they are doing good with the game, to be honest. Like, I remember getting back into the game to play the hide and seek mode, and let me just say for the record, hide and seek is a lot of fun. And also the music associated with hide and seek is an absolute bop. Like, hot damn, like Puff just absolutely killed it with that song. Right, let's just watch this animated cutscene. It's really good. Like, seriously, this cutscene is just super well animated. Whoever in a sloth animated this, kudos to you. Like, it is really well animated. This is announcing a brand new map. Called okay, introducing a new map. I think this is a really well, really great looking map. Welcome to the Funkle. There's fungus among us. The Funkle. I think this might be a really cool map. I can't wait to try it out when it drops. Alright, and let's go away from the sizzle reel to look at a game that many people consider to be the big highlight of the Direct. Holy shit! And the crowd went wild! The crowd went wild when they saw this. Myself included, because Look at it, it's classic Paper Mario. Not just any Paper Mario, it's the 1,000-Year Door. Now, some people did question why they remade this, and I'll give a simple answer. It's the 1,000-Year Door. It's a fan favorite. Like, everybody knows. Like, basically every Nintendo fan knows the 1,000-Year Door is a fan favorite Paper Mario title. Some would argue the last good one, before Nintendo decided to say, you know what? Let's make Paper Mario Sticker Star. Yeah, Sticker Star was a shit game. I'd say that the only good thing I would probably argue is like the music. Which, I mean, yeah, the music definitely is a good banger. Color Splash was better. Origami King, definitely the better of the three. Still not a perfect game, but I definitely did think it had some interesting ideas.
But if the series is in a rough spot, then you go back to its roots. So I definitely do think that the remaking 1,000-Year Door was smart. Besides, you appease both crowds. Like, if you aren't a fan of the classic Paper Mario formula, you can try out Origami King and just hey, like that. But if you just absolutely despise Origami King, then here's a remake of the 1,000-Year Door. You get the best of both worlds on the Switch. Besides, this remake looks good. Like, really good. Like, whoever was in charge of doing this, let me just say, whatever team was in charge of this remake did a fantastic job because it looks outstanding. It also redoes the music, and let me just say, the new music is great. Hold on, let me see if I can... Let's listen. It's great, and this remake also just brings back the classic RPG formula from the original Paper Mario with the partner system and the turn-based battles, which people prefer to how they initially did it. Because in modern Paper Mario, for whatever ungodly reason, you can't you can't get experience points. So there's no incentive to do battles. Which anybody who's played an RPG knows that experience points helps progress the game. It helps you become strong. Like when you go to the gym, you become stronger from experience. And in an RPG, you become stronger from experience. But in modern Paper Mario, you are encouraged to avoid battles because you don't get experience points. All you get is moolah. Which is like... Yeah, that helps you buy shit, but... Experience points help you defeat the final boss of the game. Besides, this game... So I definitely do think that it's great that they're... With this remake, it's returning back to the classic formula. And many people would probably say, why don't you just get the GameCube original? As I say, I hope you like spending a ton of money on eBay. So I definitely do think that this was great. It's great to have a remake and have it at a bit of a cheaper price. May not be a fair price, but it's better than the eBay offers. And they include Super Bowser Brothers. Let's go. Let's bloody go. Super Bowser Brothers peak. Like, essentially, this is just like a one-to-one remake of the original Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door. So, if you are a huge fan of 1,000-Year Door, or if you just want to play the game 1,000-Year Door just to see what the fuss is all about, maybe give this game a try. Maybe give this remake a try. Like, it might be up your alley. Besides, I think that this is just the best announcement from the Direct, at least in my opinion. Like, they could have just ported 1000 Year Duel to Switch and just be done with it, but no, they just remade the entire game. So, overall, Paper Mario, as I say from the start, B-grade direct, but definitely had some great announcements, but also some whatever announcements. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. I'd say that it was probably it was at most a good direct. I'd say the 100% highlight is definitely the 1000 Year Duel. I don't think there's any contest. I'm pretty sure that some people would definitely 100% agree with me in that regard. Anyway, hold on. Just gonna... I've streamed for a good bit. I think I'm just not really gonna do TF2, honestly. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to the stream, and I'll see you next time.